And today, look at the size of this business. It's only getting bigger, 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 and better. So this is a major tribute to each one of you, and thank you so much. I just want to go back to the drumming session we had today. How many of you saw that? Come on, how many of you saw that? Did you notice, while it made great music, there were some very strong lessons for us. And the lessons for us were, I've forgotten the name of the Dubai drums person, but I was just struck sitting there. I was in the first group, I was sitting in the second seat and playing. I just realized that without the gentleman in the center who was directing us on what to do, we were not making music. He told us another thing. He showed us how to make music. He demonstrated. He then taught us what to do. When people were not following the beat, he made us do it again. Practice, practice, practice till you can get better. He defined rules. Do it 5 times, do it 3 times. Know when to do it, when not to do it. He gave feedback. You didn't do it right. Stop. Don't do it 20 times. Do it 5 times. And then he encouraged us when we did something right. So that made us feel good. And then he stopped us. How many of you noticed when he said smile? He told us to enjoy. And how many of them were in the first group doing it with me? Were your arms aching by then? Yes. Yes? Yes. Were your fingertips hurting? Yes. But you wanted to do it. Yes. We wanted to do it because we were learning what to do and we were enjoying what to do. And that's the strength of teamwork. If you individually excel in what you do and don't follow a process, you won't make music. You do it together and it works. You enjoy it, you have fun doing it. When you enjoy something, you do it better. And I like the part when he said, come on, smile. Breathe into your mic, he said. Right? If you don't enjoy it, how are you going to have fun? And that's what work is all about. Each of us are leaders in different situations. Whether you're handling a team, whether you're handling a project, whether you're handling a department, whether you're handling a unit. The kings are you people. You are the CEOs. Right? It is the person who is ultimately handling the experience who's the CEO. And in different situations, there can be different people who are the kings. Because eventually, we have to follow orders. If you're indisciplined, it won't work. But it doesn't always have to come from the same person. Orders come from different people at different points of time. So go forward, enjoy yourself, follow, make rules, follow them. But the end objective should be to enjoy what you do and to deliver results. And that's what I learned from Dubai Drums today. So 3 cheers for Dubai Drums. Come on. Dubai Drums, we're proud of you. Are you still here, all of you? Yay. So Dunia loves Dubai Drums. Maybe we should call them Dunia Drums. Right? Maybe a new brand that we can create. So keep this discipline going. The market is tough. It's challenging even to get 1,200 people or 1,000 people that we have here or 800 people that we have, I don't know how many, to come together and hear a common speech. So you understand how hard it is to communicate. Now think of the larger ecosystem when we are dealing with customers. Many of them we don't see and we have to communicate with them and give them a common experience. So the role of each and every one of us in following procedures and following what we do and being committed to the brand and delivering correctly is so strong that we need to build success, because eventually that success works for us. In 2014, I made a 5-point commitment. And that 5-point commitment, does anybody remember what it was? Kamal, come here. You're not drunk, right? Okay. So what was the 5-point plan?
Customer commitment, commitment for employees, service excellence, okay, I just remember.
Okay. This is in Kamal's language, 3 equals 5. Okay, let me help you. Relentlessly focus on our employees. Relentlessly.
That was the first one.
Thank you, sir. Number 2, relentlessly focus on the customer.
Second one.
Thank you. Relentlessly focus on execution.
Relentlessly focus on execution. That was the third one.
Third one. Thank you. Relentlessly focus on innovation.
That was the fourth one.
Fourth one. Thank you. He's learned to count. And relentlessly focus on teamwork.
Teamwork was the last but not the least.
Last but not the least one. So there were 5. You remember? You can repeat. Repeat.
Relentless focus on employees. Relentless focus on customer. Excellence. Innovation. Teamwork.
Okay, brilliant. We've learned how to briefly say something because I tend to use a lot more words, but Kamal has briefly said the same thing. Thank you, Kamal. But those are the 5 things, and that's what we focused on. In 2015, we will do more of that. The world has changed. The world is getting disruptive, and the world is getting challenged. We live in the UAE, oil prices are falling, the world around us has got its own challenges, but Dunia is growing. The only opportunity for us to keep growing is if we continue to focus and look for opportunities in every challenge that we face. Remember, we have to shamelessly ask for business. We have to be very, very focused on doing the right thing. While you must know your risks, you must also be optimistic about your opportunities. The world will always reward people who are optimistic about doing things sensibly and correctly. Be committed to what you do. I promise you that if you do this correctly and each of us work with dedication and hard work, there's no reason why it can't be done. At this stage, I want to introduce 2 of your colleagues. By the way, I'm going to call 2 of your colleagues who are just 2 of our stars that I'm calling to the stage. It doesn't mean they're the only stars. Each one of you are stars. So I'll call Manu. And I'll call Karthik. Manu and Karthik, I'm sure all of you are tired of hearing this name because I keep using them. Now, I use the names. Manu and Karthik will now say the 5 things in reverse order.
Oh my god. Teamwork.
No, I didn't get it.
Innovations. I don't remember. Excellent. Execution. Yeah. Customer service. Huh?
Employee.
Perfect! Without help. But Manu and Karthik took a challenge from me about 25, 27 days ago. I gave them a task. Just like all of you have a task. They walked into my room and they planned for what they had to do. And they closed the task in 25 days. They promised me they would do it in a month. They did it in 25 days. Why are they stars? Because they did it? No. They did it because they planned, they executed, they made a commitment, they stayed up at night for 25 days, worked at night and worked during the day and delivered together with the team. It wasn't that they did it alone. They did it with the team. So unfortunately, I'm giving them credit, but the success is to the whole team. It's not just to those 30 people who helped them. It's each one of you who helped them. Because if they didn't have the customers, they wouldn't have been able to have the records. If they didn't have Ben supporting them on technology, they won't have PCs. If Muzaffar hadn't given them premises, they won't have what they needed. If Ali hadn't given them support on the modules, it wouldn't have worked, right? And likewise, if Raman hadn't approved how it would work and Guru hadn't worked through the things, it wouldn't work. If marketing hadn't supported them, and of course, if Venu, where's Venu? The one who pays for all these bills hadn't agreed to pay for it, it won't work. And if Najwa and the HR team hadn't hired people, it wouldn't have worked. So it's certainly teamwork, it's execution. It's a great amount of innovation because we use the bureau that the government has provided us to use and we are ahead of all other banks as we've done it.